Well, welcome to Censorville. Hey, YouTube, go fuck yourself. So, if you speak the truth,
you will be silenced.
You will be silenced. They deleted yesterday's video. Hashtag Biden is not my president. Why? Am I not allowed to have an opinion? And as for YouTube saying that I broke community guidelines for raising false information, prove it. Fucking prove it. I can come up with more proof that it was a fraudulent election. Besides that, we're all going to see on the 6th, aren't we? What are we looking at? Oh, YouTube, go fuck yourself. What are we looking at?
This video's already done. They're going to watch the first 30 seconds and be like, oh.
Hey, 65 views happened before they deleted it. So as far as I'm concerned,
that's most of the crowd.
I already won, YouTube. Oh, and go fuck yourself. What are we looking at? I can go for that. This is a demo track release. It's 8%. It's a oat cream IPA with 3 different kinds of truth. Biden didn't win, Biden didn't win, and Biden didn't win. So, here we go. Let's get into this.
Now remember, all these are just your opinions, right?
Not really.
Well, no, but you got to say it for the video.
There's an awful lot of proof, and they're just stifling...
refusing to look at the evidence.
They're just stifling freedom of speech. And I know people will say, hey, it's YouTube, it's a private company. Hey, YouTube, you're creating BitChute and Rumble and all of them. Why? Because you're a bunch of socialist fucks. Other than that, I love you, YouTube. Oh, by the way, yesterday's video, as of when I came down here, is uploading to my Ebomi Rumble account and to BitChute. Now, having said that, I'm very, very disappointed in BitChute. Not a single brew review has successfully uploaded over there. They sit rendering for days. So it's very, very, very hazy, and Biden is not my president. And you cannot see all the way through this. And, oh, and YouTube, let me look. I got to look at this Laphroaig bottle. Oh, what's on this Laphroaig bottle? Yeah, it says, oh, what's on this Laphroaig? Yeah. Oh, the
10-year.
10-year.
That's the 10-year one.
Hey, Matt, did you ever notice this on the back of the Laphroaig bottle? Biden is not my president.
Oh. Dang.
Hey, YouTube.
I like Laphroaig all the more.
Yeah, Laphroaig is a great company. So, hey, Scotsman, sorry about the long delay, but Biden is not my president.
This looks like orange juice. Or like, what are the ones you mix orange juice and...
Oh, a mimosa?
Yeah, mimosa.
Is it
looks like
mimosa? Mimosa?
Mimosa. I thought it was a mimosa.
Mimosa. Hey, Christine used to order those when we used to go have breakfast over at the Choo Choo and Sammy worked there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is a woman who brags about her drinking prowess and then has like one sip and... And now, she's having this for breakfast on a Saturday before recording the Quickie with Ms. B series. John's like going, oh my God.
Actually, it's not that bad. It's, it looks and tastes a lot different than I kind of imagined it to, but it's...
I have recently reviewed something like this, but I'm actually kind of liking this more because it's, it doesn't have quite the edginess that I remember the last one having. I think the last one was something from, if it wasn't Surly, I don't know. There's 2 breweries that, for me, about 10% of everything they make is drinkable. The rest of it is like toss it in the garbage. And I know there's no way that we're going to be able to heart these, but thanks to Stephen Bush, I do have some of the comments before the video was removed. So the best I can do is read some comments. Stephen wasn't able to put them in order because if at that point in time he clicked on the button, everything would have disappeared. So just a quick thank you to Steve for...
Did he just happen to be on at that time and know that it got taken down? Like, how was he able to recover these?
Um, I I don't know. I see in the last one that he sent to me, you can actually read the video wasn't found.
Okay.
So, oh, he was leaving a comment, and when he hit to place his comment,
Gotcha.
that's when he realized that it was gone.
Gotcha.
So, Steve, I think I'm just gonna start with the first one that you sent me. Clyde. See, now I know these are in no particular order because Compound Clyde at the very bottom says 10 minutes ago, and then Tardisius above him says 9 hours ago. So I apologize.
You don't want to
but,
go through those and figure out what the order is?
Hang on. 10 minutes from now, it's like, oh, I got to read Smile Monies. And, okay, Clyde. New Year's Eve ball, 11,875 pounds at 50 stories equals to 656 feet. Speed impact is 62.6 miles per second, or 225.37 kilometers an hour. Time of impact, 6.39 seconds. Energy at impact would be 10,554,558.96 joules. And there was a read more button, but I don't have access to it because YouTube is a bunch of socialist fucks and hashtag Biden is not my president. But thanks, Clyde. So I said I was off. I said 3 seconds. It would have been more than double that to fall 50 stories.
You only guessed 3 seconds?
Yeah.
To be honest, I think you do.
1,
Just
1,000,
thinking, I would
2,
think it'd be
1,000,
even over
3,
6.
1,000. Well, you can't argue with Clyde.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying, thinking about it, you see it way up there. I'd just automatically assume or guess that it'd be over 6.
Tardisius, Delmock, and Gerard in winter with more cowbell. You want to get this or? Gunwild. I don't have an actual plug cutter for my cigars. I use a 223 casing. It works great.
Actually, that probably would.
And I just tried to thumbs that up. That's not going to work because I'm looking at a JPEG.
So I'm guessing later on today you're going to be using a 22 casing to see how well it works for you.
Well, I smoked that nub yesterday while I was outside cooking, and even at 21 degrees, which is pretty frickin' warm for us right now, it was still not really overly enjoyable to be outside.
Yeah. Well, I see you got the backyard set up for another fire already.
Well, that's only because Christine's been yelling at me for 2 days to put the chairs back in the garage.
Yeah.
Just toss them on the fire. Let's see. Smile Money. Praying on July 2nd. What? You really had a drinking problem on July 1st? Damn, boy. I was simply stating what John Solar, we had a conversation about the Locked and Loaded show being the lowest listened to show in probably the last 2 months. And it was because there was a lot of drunk people that were praying to the porcelain gods. So I don't know how I got translated in any of that. I personally drank on the review, and then I
Drank some with dinner.
I had well, no, this would have been on
New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
New Year's Eve, which would have been my show.
Yeah, well, that's when we went out and had the fire, but we weren't drinking crazy. Kind of tailored it down after the show.
Didn't we go on? Was it Friday?
Then we had the fire. That was New Year's Eve.
Where'd my show figure into that?
Well, that was still pretty early, because I still got home. That was dinner time, man. We went out, and then dinner was cooked, and we let it sit inside for a little bit. Well, we had the fire because Michelle came over and Mike came over. I think we were still done with the
I have no
fire
recollection.
about
I have no
7.
recollections how the fire and doing Locked and Loaded mixed together.
I wasn't here for the show, but I know that we had the fire, and that was earlier on.
Maybe you're right, Smile Money. Tornicius again. My favorite guitar player has always been Les Paul, and May Ford backing him up, and more cowbell. Just because he gave me the cowbell, that's the only. He gets cowbell priority. And last one on this picture, Brad. Just the tip could end up being a brush shot, so I always go balls deep. Okay.
That's a good one.
Brad would. Yeah, you don't want to chance it. You might as well just spit on it and go in. Let's see, at the bottom, Mike says cheers E. Above that is Rich saying cheers all. And I missed an opportunity to respond back to Mr. Monzo TV. He said, cool intro, cheers. Thank you, Mr. Monzo. I don't know if you've had a video out lately. Then again, YouTube has made it harder and harder for us to interact with each other. So I loved it when, the shit used to come to me and I could watch what I wanted to watch.
You know what I just realized?
Huh.
So these were what was sent to me. Fish snack, classic. Squid, salty dried rings. Beer club. I did not know that. So maybe it's supposed to go good with beer. Either that or you gotta be really drunk to eat it.
Cobra, did you run out of gas? X pills? No, they're down here somewhere.
Actually, the texture is a lot better than most of them. They got a kind of a gnarly smell, but they start tasting like a jerky almost. Oh, come on, they're not too bad. These ones really aren't. That's why I said they smell bad.
Yeah.
It's almost like a really soft jerky, honestly.
I mean, this is my favorite part of the squid. I don't know about you guys.
I wouldn't say it's anything I'm going to buy, but it's better than I thought it was going to be. The smell is horrible.
Bye. I don't know if it's something I'm going to finish. Now, this is the consistency of what I call middle of the road or shitty beef jerky.
Yeah.
I don't like a beef jerky that has that
Flex to it, really?
Yeah, it's identical to this. That instead of being like a real beef jerky, you know that you got the meat and you've got the texture of the meat, and that when you rip that beef jerky in half, it's like you get like this perfectly straight line because it's like eating a beefy rubber band. Versus, like say
beefy
Superior.
Rubber band,
Beefy rubber band.
That reminds me, we're gonna have to make some jerky here soon.
Yeah, I'm glad you got 2 bags of that.
Hey, you know what else we could do too? My grandma was telling me. I didn't know I had it, but like fondue with venison and steaks.
Mm-hmm.
Just fill it up with grease. Well, I didn't know we had a big old pot. She's like, yeah, we got the pot for it with the stickers or the pokers. Just cut them up into small cubes. You stick them in there for like 3 seconds, and they're ready to go.
I don't know if I've ever participated in a fondue get together.
Oh, we used to do it all the time on John's porch. This was probably actually before you moved in, though. When he was actually normal.
Cobra, 1 hour, 12 minutes, 47-second mark equals unholy church is in session. And we can't go there and listen to the rip. Zeus, You can pre-order a rare breed trigger at Big Daddy Unlimited. Cough. Fun switch. Gun Deal's website saved me $400 on my build rifle parts.
$400, that's pretty nice.
Money's money.
Mm-hmm.
Shark ZF6 reporting in for the Shark ZF6 channel. Man, that shit, the Sundre, gave me a terrible hangover after half a bottle. Terrible.
What was that?
Yesterday's?
Oh, your review?
It's in that one. It's a Japanese whiskey without an E.
Okay. Is it more of like, I don't want any right now, but is it more of like a bourbon-ish, or is it more of like a scotch?
It's closer to a non-Isla scotch.
Okay.
To me, it was very, very mild, slightly sweet, and it sort of reminded me of stuff that I've had that spent time in the Chardonnay flask, or a Chardonnay cask.
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually debating on starting to buy some more whiskey from Japan, just because we don't really do that much, and I'm kind of interested to give some of those a go. I hear actually some can be really good, but I don't know.
Okay, last page. So this is all that remains of you guys, because you were adiosed along with me. I grabbed your ankles and I took you down for saying fraudulent stuff according to YouTube.
This has got to be like your fifth brew review, like a repeat, done with comments in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, they want. See, this is what could. See, we're even reading some comments thanks to Stephen Bush. But if we didn't even have this to do,
We'd be stuck with me.
we'd already be basement pop or something like that.
Hey, by the way, Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope you guys are all well and safe, and hopefully this year's been somewhat better than last. I saw a nice post. 2021. You got one fucking job, and it's easy. All you gotta do is be better than 2020.
Well, so far I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed when an entity can, on their own, basically what they are is fraudulent.
Yeah. Yep.
When you have God amounts of evidence, again, YouTube, before you delete this video, prove it, because that's what my appeal is going to say. Prove it. Prove that anything I said is not correct. Did they not find 250,000 more votes in Pennsylvania than they had registered voters? Fact check that, you fucks. Did Biden only get one of the bellwether counties? And historical evidence, YouTube, has shown that any president that has gotten the majority of the bellwether counties has been a shoe-in to win.
Yeah, and did you get 18 out of...
Trump got 18.
18
out of 19, YouTube. Fact check that.
What about them hacking in live
Oh, yeah.
to the Dominion software?
Yeah, hey, YouTube, that was another thing I discussed yesterday.
I don't know
live...
if they did, but yeah. They did it live.
A live hack-in, and were able to alter the results in Georgia.
But they weren't supposed to even be able to go online.
Oh, yeah, YouTube, fact check that. Again, YouTube. Oh, what was on that Lafroig bottle? Oh yeah, this was a good one that he got me. Yeah, thanks.
Well, I do help you drink them, so I figured, my Woodford will be there for a while. I might as well get you something you like. Of course, it looks like you've been dipping into that too. Not
a drop.
Really? Is that what we had together? Mm-hmm. No wonder I go stumbling home.
I almost did it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I went with
the High West.
Oh no, I went with one that I haven't been into lately, and that was the single grain Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey, yeah. I can't do that stuff too much. That's a doozy.
let's get on all these comments. Thanks to Stephen Bush, not thanks to YouTube and their self-proclaimed socialism, communism editing. Fuck you, YouTube. And hashtag. Oh. Gotta like that. Gotta like that flag, huh, YouTube?
Oh, that's. I was like, what are you? I thought you were pointing at the zombie for a second. I didn't even notice her, to be honest.
I'd still do her.
I bet you would.
Wade, I have army men now. Usually pick up a couple bags a year for my grandson, and for plinking targets. Shooting army men.
That's actually not a bad idea. Get those little green G.I. Joe guys.
Yeah. Now this would be a challenge to shoot one that's laying down, but they have a lot of them that stood up.
Oh, they have some that lay down too, though. I wonder how far out he's plinking these at and what he's using.
Probably 1,000 yards with a wrist rocket.
Be a damn good shot.
McLean, Eric, my sister just had a baby, so whoever said to get rid of Uncle Touchy needs to go to heck. I've been waiting years for this.
I don't know. Maybe the read more button. Oh, there was no read more button. I was gonna say maybe we need more. I don't know. I can't judge on that one.
I don't fucking get it button. That's what that should be lit up.
I don't want to get it.
Marsh, I missed Miss Bomey's show tonight because I was on a 4-hour Zoom call for Throttle Club. Had a blast.
Throttle Club. What kind of is he into bikes or what?
I think whatever happens in Throttle Club stays in Throttle Club.
Sorry I asked.
I have
mean,
no
upset
idea.
you.
Harmarsh, Def Leppard, and his name is Steve Clark. Yes, sir. Thank you. Clyde. From the Next Generation. Sheikah, When the Walls Fall. Temba, His Arms Wide. Sokoth, or His Eyes Uncovered. And Termac, The River Termac in Winter. Soka, His Eyes Open. I got a shirt yesterday that has some of that quote on it. And the last one that I can comment on because of, and thanks to Stephen Bush, is Stephen Bush himself saying 69th.
Is that really? I thought it said 69th, huh? Oh, cheers to that.
I think he made that up.
Well, yeah, I get that. Since you only had, 61 views, you said?
65.
Oh, 65.
Well, that's the last number I saw.
Well, they probably kept it there.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, where are we?
It's early.
Oh, we're all 23 minutes.
Yeah, that's a quick one.
Shit. Yeah.
This stuff really is thick, though. I'll say that. Like, not going down the hatch thick. Like, just trying to look through it. It's definitely got.
It has
a color to it.
Does have a little bit heavier. I'd say a medium mouthfeel. Shit, I've had imperial stouts that didn't. I mean, it's not like put a fork in it or anything like that. But now that I'm thinking about it, I should have brought down some real snacks. I need to pick up a microwave for down here just for chicharrones and that kind of shit.
What the hell are those that I was thinking? The people that sent you the
pork rinds?
Yeah, the pork rinds. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, and the frickin' peanuts though. Those would be the best. Heated peanuts, but the spicy ones.
Yeah, I gotta find out who sent me the ones from Georgia and get some more of those ordered.
Which ones were those?
There was the plain and there was the spicy, and I like the
spicy were.
I like them both. Don't get me wrong, but the spicy were pretty damn good.
I ate them both because when you're drinking and snacking, it's always good to snack. But
either that or make another attempt with my humidor to make some.
You tried it in there?
Yeah.
Well, I remember someone sent you that what was it, a 60-pound bag of fucking nuts?
Yeah. Oh, we
That was a big ass bag.
one of our get-togethers. What? It's a year or more ago now. I more than a year. I did do a batch. I brought it outside, and I could not find any legitimate cooking information on using a Instapot for making boiled nuts. And after 20 minutes, I thought that they still didn't have the right texture.
So keep them in for longer.
So I actually put the batch back in and I ran it for another 10 minutes, and to me, they were exactly as they were on the 20-minute run. So now they were in there for more than 30 minutes.
But you also stopped the pressure and the heat.
I also will admit I'm trying to do as many as I possibly could because we had a big gathering, and they still got eaten. I need to do
45.
a smaller batch.
Try for like 45 minutes.
I just hope that one still works.
You kicked it. You
No.
could tell you got pissed off and you kicked the shit out of that.
I punched it.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was sitting on the shelf right when I came down
I
the
do
stairs.
remember you told me about something.
And I had an Irish moment. So
I gotta say, I'll give you credit. I don't want to get punched by you. If that's what you do to a fucking
well,
crock pot, fuck. Screw my face.
yeah, it's that was just one. That was just one hit. Hey, you can almost see the knuckle prints right in the center of the crease. It should still work. I mean, I'll use it outside just to make sure. Run an extension cord over and put it on the grill.
I'm just laughing of all things to punch. You really went for that, huh? I suppose that compared to a concrete block wall and maybe a
or the brand new refrigerator.
Oh man, Eric, I tell you. So, getting back to that ice fishing, man. You gotta come out. I know you don't want to, but hey, look at this. I was looking at some things. I actually, now that I, got a little bonus check coming. I seen these resorts for ice fishing that you sleep in overnight. Dude, we could have anywhere from like 2 to 5 people. Actually, some are double deckers. You could probably have 10 people. But anyways, we can go ice fishing. They got TVs mounted on the wall. You got power. You got stoves. We could go do like a hell of a weekend brew review. No, I'm good. But we could go make a brew review.
You know the shit I do
have
for
a
you?
damn good time. What do you mean, the shit you drop for me? These guys don't even know what I have to deal with. Well, maybe they do. They got to deal with me. I got to deal with you behind the scenes. And on scene sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I know people like, say, Jeremy and Caitlin. They're obsessed. Mean to the point where I think the boat that they bought this year was about twice as much as my sister's house. Well, the house before. The house she's in now belonged to my dad, and
They're obsessed with fishing?
yeah.
Okay.
See,
You
me,
said obsessed, I think.
not so. Well, they're just obsessed. Me, not so much.
But that's what I'm telling you. We can go get like this small cabin on a lake. And it's heated. It's got everything you need. TV, we can be entertained. We can bring our drinks. Basically, we can go get tore up on the ice. We could do a review, bring your camera. We could do a review and catch fish all at the same time.
Oh, that might be interesting. Out here at the lake.
I'll look them up, not right now, but I'll look them up. I'll show you some of these cabins, man. They're really nice. Cedar, tongue and groove walls all around, leather couches. They got hanging beds. I don't know what size they are, but I mean, it's a bed. But sometimes the fish are biting best at like 2 in the morning, man. I'd be staying up all night catching fish.
Oh, I constantly say to myself, 2 o'clock in the morning, I wake up and wish I was out ice fishing.
Oh man, I'm just laughing because we'll be drinking and you might pass out and I'll be sitting there at 2 in the morning catching fish, drunk off my stool. Hey, got another! Throw it up in your face, let the tail slap you a few times. I can see it now, man. I'd be having a good old time out there.
It's live beer, by the way.
Actually, I just noticed in my rafters, I've got a whole nother tent that was my grandpa's. And actually, I think that one's a lot nicer. I got to pull it down and look. The only problem is it doesn't come in a sled like the one he has. So I'd have to carry it or find some way to tow it out there.
Does it have a floor at all?
No,
Oh,
no.
You just literally tent it to the ice?
Yeah. But those ones, I've seen them. Some of them, that's why I got to take it down and look. Most of those that I've seen are insulated from this specific brand. And it holds, they say comfortably 3 people, but it's a lot bigger than the one I'm currently using. Hell, I went up fishing the other day, and man, I can't believe how many people have been out fishing lately.
There was people out on the fucking bay when I was crossing the Belknap Bridge.
I won't do that. That water scares the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we're talking about, what, a block or 2 off of where the Sunbee, the icebreaker,
Yep.
had gone through?
Yep.
It's like, okay, there's open water
yeah,
right
you're
there.
gonna be. Well, every year there's people floating out because that ice breaks apart with the tides and stuff.
And since YouTube, you're large and in charge and don't give a fuck about truth, just hey, YouTube, go fuck yourself. I decided on a home for the Artemis. I put it on the 24-inch from Palmetto State. I figured if I ever had the opportunity to do any hog hunting, this would be a much better candidate than anything chambered in 5.56. And another reason is I also, right at this moment in time, I don't have any mounting points on the JP, but I thought this worked out nicely. I mounted the remote switch, so while you're holding it in your hand, you just if you're, it's right there.
That would be a very interesting hunt. I mean, people hunt hogs at night, well, and day, but do they hunt them at night too?
Well, like in Texas, well, it's legal.
That's what I was going to say. Actually, that was my next question. Is it even legal?
So I need to convert this over to the green LED.
That would be a very fun hunt, man. Any hunt at night, because it seems like most of the animals are a lot more active during the night. Imagine going night hunting for deer, dude. One night. Hey, I got six last night. I mean, it's just crazy how active they are.
I'm still thinking about switching the triggers out on this guy.
That's one thing I really have never thought about too much for mine.
Right now, this has a polished and advanced kind of and spring kit through Palmetto.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for a mil spec.
There's not much movement.
For a mil spec trigger, it's it's not bad for a mil spec trigger.
I guess I don't really pull mine out and then compare it to other guns. I've used some of your triggers that are just incredibly ridiculous, but I don't really have a problem with my trigger.
Well,
I still shoot the deer, so if I can do that, I figured I can still shoot an intruder if need be too.
my thought was on this guy is I would like to do
Is that 12 pounds?
3.
Oh, 3 pounds, 12 ounces.
Yeah. 3 pounds, 12 ounces. Again, it's basically an enhanced mil spec. It's nickel boron coated. It has a set of palmetto springs in it. there's probably in the world of most of you guys, there's probably zero reason to even think about changing out the trigger in it. But having said that, must smile money. I personally think that this rifle is the better candidate of the two Palmetto states to be the JP killer.
I don't think either one of them are really going to be a JP killer, but I mean, I think you're right. That might be a better candidate over the other.
Well, the other one has a shorter barrel. Now, having said that, Harmonics do a really crazy thing when it comes to barrels.
That's true.
My rifle has a 20-inch barrel. Christopher got the 22-inch barrel, and then he bragged about that his was longer than mine. But talking with Ben from JP, Ben pushed me in the direction of the 20-inch because they found that the 20-inch barrel was inherently more accurate than the 22-inch.
Doesn't have as much vibration or flex to it, I'm guessing.
So it's hard to say. And the other JP has I believe that's just a 16-inch barrel that's on it. But this is the one I'm kind of pushing in the direction of more of the Go Fast goodies. So it'd be interesting, but yeah, I would love the opportunity to go down to Texas and participate in like a night shoot.
That would be awesome. Well, they do that even in Wisconsin though. I don't know if they do at night, but they do a lot of hog hunting over in Wisconsin now, from what I'm hearing. They're actually getting, a few years back anyways, they were getting overrun. They were basically pushing or asking people to go hog hunting because it was getting bad.
And I finally found a scope that would work out great for Jay at Elite Ammunition. So Jay, I have a majority of the money necessary to purchase that scope, and I'm just short a little bit. So I plan on hopefully taking care of that real soon, and hopefully Palmetto, which is where I'm going to be getting that scope from, will allow me to purchase it and have it shipped directly to you. That would be nice to save a little bit of shipping costs as opposed to having them ship it to me and then me having to ship it to you. But yeah, that's that scope that I recommended for him is one of the ACSS. It's a newer one from Palmetto, and it is specifically tailored with the bullet drop reticle system in it for a 6.5 Creedmoor, which is what that scope is going to be going on. So this one is actually a pretty good scope. I bought two of these at about the same time. This one has the bullet drop compensation in it, geared specifically for a 308 round. And the other one that I bought, it's got the bullet drop is specifically designed for a 5.56. They're basically the same scope. It's just the spacing on the reticle that changes on it.
And that's Nikon, huh?
Yeah, this was a 4 to, what the hell is it? 4 to 20? 4 to 16. 4 to 16 power. The other thing I need to find for this is I'd really like to get one of the rings.
Lever?
Yeah, the throw lever.
Yep.
Even if I have to get one of the plastic ones, to this moment in time, I haven't broken one of the plastic ones. I have had it get hit by another rifle, and it was loose enough that it slid forward and it had to be reattached. And I see Nikon doesn't exactly give you a hell of a lot of real estate. It almost looks like it rounds off right there.
Well, I'm guessing whatever you use, though, is going to hit into these threads. You know what I mean?
That is what the other ones. I don't know if I have one out that actually has a...
Well, you would think Nikon might even, or Nikon might even make one for that.
They could. Some companies do, and some companies do not. But,
well, that's what I'm saying. They might. I don't know.
You know, basically, if I had another one of these, this is exactly what I'd probably put on it. But as you can see, this scope's got a half inch of space for it.
I think that's more than a half inch, honestly.
So. You know, for the money, I tell you, when people ask me what is the best bang for the buck when it comes to a scope, I honestly love this. This is the Vortex Crossfire 2. The only thing, and I think the new version of it, maybe this is the 1 and the 2, the new version has the parallax on the scope and not out front. You know, so if you're in a situation where you've got to rapidly change, you know, the difference is dialing this up here versus being able to get to it right back here. Like that one, the parallax is on the side of the scope. But other than that, yeah, I should probably find out where I ordered this ring from and get one and see if I can actually get it to stay on that guy.
You know, I gotta say, every time you pull that thing out, I still love it. I mean, you get a lot of cool guns, but I really do love the mag on that and just the setup. I mean, that's like a whole bunch of like, go fuck yourselves.
The bitch is that green case is the only thing it fits in.
Yeah, I believe it.
I the last time I took it out, I didn't want to have to. Well, I only had a few things with me. I'm like, I don't want to lug the Pelican case around. Okay. Everything else, and ended up with like a foot of barrel. I thought about just laying it in the back.
Well,
back seat.
Both my rifle guns, you know, I had cases I bought for them, and they worked plenty fine. Well, then you start adding stuff onto the guns, and you put new stocks on, you put brakes on, whatever the case may be. Neither one of my guns want to fit in the original case I bought for them.
You know, I don't know if I personally have ever had a soft zippered case that worked worth a shit once you put the scope on the rifle.
Well, the AR-10 actually, the scope is just fine, I believe. What really made it the issue was, remember, I had the adjustable stock, and then we went to that Boyd's stock.
Oh yeah, you kind of. That's the problem with that one. The only thing I can do is I can move it 2 inches because that's a fixed stock.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just say fuck it. I let the barrel hang out the end. What does it matter?
You know, that was the other thing. When I bought those cases, you could get that case for under $200, and that's not the case. That's not the case, no pun intended, anymore.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, I suppose we might as well not prolong this. Besides that, you're going to get like 65 views, and YouTube is just going to delete it because they can't handle the truth.
No, they're hiding the truth.
Hiding.
I'm sure they can handle it. They're hiding it for what reason is my question.
So, where am I going to put? I can go for that demo track release. Yeah, like I said, there's really they don't really give you anything, any information other than a oat cream IPA. It's got Citra, cashmere, and lactose of oats. Oh, excuse me. I never did figure out where they're out of. Eagle Park Brewing. Yeah, they don't exactly give up a heck of a lot of information.
Did you say Eagle Park Brewing?
Mm-hmm.
I'll look it up real quick here. Eagle Park, huh?
I can tell you it's Commerce Center Parkway.
It's Milwaukee, I believe. Yep, Milwaukee.
God, another Wisconsin beer. It's a damn shame. Overall, though, I'd give it a 7.5.
That's right where I'm at. 7.5. I was debating on that or 8. It's a little too colorful for me to give it an 8.
Yeah, I think think the Mission First Tactical stock was a good choice on this guy.
Yeah, and all you got to do is get one of those little cheek razors. Well, come on. I know you put everything you possibly can fit on a damn gun. That's the only thing I'm seeing missing right now.
Doesn't do any good though. It's already perfect the way it is.
Okay, well, as long as it works for you.
I could get a riser for the scope. Put the scope up to about here just so I could get a cheek riser.
Get a riser about 1.5 feet so you can hold it waist level and be looking through the scope.
Hang on.
Come on, that would be actually kind of an interesting idea to try out.
Okay, so anybody that saw this, you got to see it before it was censored by YouTube.
Some of you might be happy with YouTube if you don't get to see me.
Yeah. Cheers.
Well, keep on keeping on, boys. Enjoy the new year.